When I first started to practice sight reading, I was laser focused on the notes. It was as if I couldn't help myself. I wanted to play all the correct notes in the correct order because if I could just do that quickly enough, then keeping time would be easy and I'd be playing great music perfectly. That's what I thought, even though my piano teacher told me multiple times and even demonstrated that keeping time and keeping a steady pulse was more important than playing all the right notes. Have you ever paid thousands of dollars for advice and then ignored it? I understood what my teacher was saying on the conceptual level, but practically it just went in one ear and out the other because I continued with my notes first approach for a number of years. But thinking back now, I was being so silly because my piano teacher was a really good sight reader. Actually, he was amazing. I used to watch him and think, wow, I wish I could do that. And I suppose he used to watch me and think, I don't know, wow, I wish I could be doing something else right now. Anyway, while my focus was stuck on playing all the correct notes at the cost of everything else, my sight reading never went anywhere. Even simple nursery rhymes were too hard for me to sight read well, which was very frustrating. Imagine trying to play something for your kids, but you're speeding up and slowing down to the point where they don't even recognize the song. Unfortunately, that's pretty much where my sight reading skill level plateaued for those years. By the way, kids don't really help because whenever you try to play them something, I guess it's in their nature to hit random keys and really make a mess of any music coming from the piano. Now, finally, at some long overdue time, it occurred to me, maybe my teacher's advice should be implemented at the practical level. Maybe I should forget about the notes and instead focus on keeping time. So I gave it a go and guess what? I started to see improvements. Or more importantly, I started to hear improvements. My sight reading was sounding more like music and less like random experiments with notes. And that was that really. From then on, I decided to become a master of keeping time, which is actually pretty easy. All you need is a metronome. And that's what I think is the real key to better sight reading. A metronome is an amazing thing. It will help you keep time like nothing else can. You can't slow down, you can't speed up. All you can do is follow the consistent beat coming from the metronome. And because of that, it will also help you play through mistakes, which is another very important aspect. I mean, it's so much better for the music if, when you make a mistake, you keep going rather than jumping back to try and correct it. So these have to be two of the most important sight reading skills, keeping time and playing through mistakes. And as far as I'm concerned, when you're learning to sight read, they're very hard to practice without a metronome, but very easy to practice with a metronome. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. But I know it can be a bit of a hassle. If you don't currently own a metronome, you need to go get one, either a physical device or an app. And then whenever you practice sight reading, you need to make sure it's there with you at the piano. Not a major inconvenience, but definitely can be a nuisance. And sight reading practice is already hard enough. So that's why when I was designing the Sight Read Everything app, I made sure to include a metronome and to make it as easy as possible to incorporate into your practice. You don't need to change screens to adjust it or anything like that. It's right there on the same screen as the sheet music. There's drop downs to adjust the time signature, a slider to adjust the beats per minute, and a mute switch, just in case you need to step away from the piano for a second and use the bathroom or make a cup of coffee or even escort your kids away from the piano. So it's functional, it's quick and easy to use, and it doesn't get in the way of your practice. I think that's the main thing. And if you'd like to see what I mean, please feel free to give the app a try. I'll put a link in the description. And thanks for giving me some of your time today. I hope this video helps. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can.